All right, Coach, start us off with an opening statement, please.
Well, we knew Ray Harper's team was going to come here with toughness. We knew that. That's an identity he's coached so many games with in his unbelievable coaching career. I want to first credit our fans for showing up. They definitely made a difference tonight as our team navigated, not trying to hit home run plays defensively or offensively, but just playing within themselves and knowing that patience was going to eventually allow us to break loose like we did in the second half. I delayed that zone for a reason. I didn't want to give them too much time to adjust, and I think our guys definitely showed up in a way that was honorable, because that was not an easy game. It was not an easy team to play against. But for the most part, we lost the rebounding war, and that's something we got to fix.
All right, questions?
Jacob, what did you see defensively from them in the second half that helped allow you to just catch fire like you did, like from three?
We were in practice and we knew they were going to drop off any screens or anything, so we ran a bunch of like doubles and everything, knowing that they were either going to mess up a switch or drop or try to go under, and we had plenty of shooters and threats that understood the game plan and we executed.
Jacob, a little bit about that. You've been taking a lot of shots after the games, waiting for your opportunity. When you finally got it, you looked like you were ready to go out there. What was your mindset when you got the ball in your hands tonight?
Trust, knowing the work you put in is going to come through, and had a great support staff, my wife and the coaching staff, and my teammates for sure. Every day just telling me it's going to go in, it's going to go in. Just trust them.
Oh, I would like to say Carmen Cruz, his wife, would not let him in the house without taking extra shots. And it's a connection that Cruz has, and she's an unbelievable lady, unbelievable wife, unbelievable mother. But also I want to credit this part of Cruz's success with patience, but also this time of the year where you can concentrate not on academics, finals are over, but you can just really put in the work, slow things down. And again, he's in transition, and I'm excited with what he did tonight, and definitely that's the Jacob Cruz that I think will continue to show up and help us.
For both Mark and Jacob, just in your guys' eyes as players, what kept this game so close for so long there?
I think just point blank, just the offensive rebounds. I don't know how many points they had off offensive rebounds, but what Coach said, something we need to fix, something we need to get better at. But I think just point blank period. We were getting stops, getting them late in the clock. Just second chance points, something that really hurt us in the first half. And we did better in the second half, but it was still there. So,
credit to them though. That team was very tough, and we knew it. We knew they were going to be a lot like how we are, and what we, preach to each other, and being tough and physical and disruptive. And we knew there was going to be a similar culture coming into the arena. And now that we're rolling, and now that we're beating teams, and we're on a streak, everybody's going to want a piece of us, and they're going to always give us their very best. So I think they just came in tonight with a different will. So credit to them, but we got some things we got to clean up.
Coach, obviously not a super high amount of assists tonight, but still a really good ratio for y'all. What did you make of that?
Unbelievable ratio, and I think that's where you have to understand when you only have 2 turnovers in 39 minutes of a game. That last one came from Bates. 39 minutes of the game. That's where you can make up that possession difference in analytics that allows a team to out-rebound you, and then you come up with some extra possessions somewhere. And those extra possessions for us came from our offensive rebounds, our steals, but also our ability not to give that ball back. They ended up 12 turnovers, and that's plus 8. That's 8 more possessions that we were able to get from them that bridged that gap a little bit. So I would take that and say they had half the offensive rebounds, meaning possessions. But more importantly, our guards did not rebound the ball. There were a lot of long rebounds, 50-50 loose balls that our guards either overran, collapsed our defensive shell. It's not on the bigs. It was on the guards, and our guards didn't come away like they came away with the ball in the last last 2-3 minutes, especially when we chased it down.
It seemed like they were having a bit of success swarming in the
Yeah.
paint early in the first half. Was that something you had to stray away from? Was it something that you wanted to continue to do? Just
Which
kind of what was
part?
just going driving into the paint, driving into the lines.
Yeah,
Was
I think our zone helped that.
Okay.
It helped keep the ball in front of us. That's a good team. Ray Harper's a great coach, and what he was able to do is keep us in rotation. We wanted to stay out of rotation, and I was able to do that in the last 8 or 9 minutes by staying in a zone that allowed our guys to be stationary, and that way we were able to not leave guys open for 3-pointers, which, you know, one of the nation's leading scorers, we only held them to 4 points in the second half. But the end of the half, the situation was to foul, and we did not foul. We had a foul to give. We did not foul, and we gave up a 3. I'm not happy about that. But those things didn't happen in the second half. The only thing that happened in the second half was our inability to secure the rebound. And if we're able to do that, and I credit their ability to go get it, we got to be able to block out and be able to secure rebounds.
Coach, there was an incident that happened with about 6 minutes left in the game. What was your explanation of what had happened? And Ray Harper was definitely heated. You guys exchanged a couple words. I'm just curious your perspective of how that played out. And Jacob ended up getting that technical foul there. So
Yeah, I don't have words with other coaches, so I did not have a word with Ray Harper at all. With the referee now I have words with. I think the referee, I told him that that's a technical foul when a coach goes on the court to a referee and not his player. That's what took place in that situation. But they looked at the film. Jacob grazed his eyes a little bit, and he was not facing the opponent. So because it wasn't a play on the ball, that's automatic flagrant in rules and regulations of college. If Jacob was facing the kid and tried to swipe and inadvertently hit him in the face, it may have been a different type of flagrant.
and then just following up on that situation, that was a critical point in the game, and they ended up getting free throws with the chance to tie it, and your team responded really well to that. What was said about that, and what do you like for your team's response in that moment?
I love the leadership. I love the leadership that our guys showed. Jacob and Mark definitely delivered, but Ant Robinson was able to do some things. Tamar Bates did not have a great game when you look at offense and all those other things, but what he did have an unbelievable game of leadership, and that's what I'm proud of. I ended up starting Trent in the second half because I didn't think Bates was giving us what I thought. And then I think when he subbed in, that's when he was pretty much getting my attention, saying, I got to go back in. And at that point, I knew his level of focus was going to be different and his leadership was going to be different. So it was a team win, man, and I'm proud of our guys. I also want to say congratulations to Josh Gray. Josh Gray was able to walk across the stage in South Carolina yesterday. And that's what this thing's about, man. Young people, you know, and it was important for him to do that. So he was able to do exactly that, and he was away from practice, and I like the way his teammates, but also he responded by being away, but also learning the game plan and different things like that. So Josh Gray was able to walk across that stage, and I'm proud, and I'm proud to be his coach.
Any more questions for Mark and Jacob?
For Mark and Jacob, Jacksonville State isn't a team that gives up a whole lot of free throws, and so I'm curious offensively, kind of what kind of adjustment did it take from you guys?
Yeah, I think that's something that they harp on. You know, especially me. Just coach told me to stop settling and attack the paint. So shooting free throws into the line, is something I just pride myself in. Obviously, shooting 22 free throws, I'm pretty sure that's near our average. I don't know where our average is, but I know we're a paint team. Obviously, we shoot a lot of threes, but I think just attacking the paint, and I think that was open it up for us. Obviously, crew started hitting once we got in the paint. Started shooting free throws, mixing it in, inside out. I think that's good for us.
It just goes back to understanding the scout, really. You know, we knew if we were going to drive the ball, and we've been very successful at it, that we were going to have kick out threes. And eventually, you know, when you got a player that gets hot, you know, me and anybody else that was out there on that floor that's known, like Trent and everything like that, like it just leaves opportunity for Mark to be physical down there, knowing he's going to get to the free throw line and trusting he's going to do his job, and I'll do my job. That's pretty much how we executed it.
Jacob, is that the best game JJ seen you play so far?
Absolutely. Outside of the room, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's been around for a couple, but he was inside. Now he's on the outside looking at it. So yeah, hopefully there's a couple more.
there will be.
Absolutely.
All right, anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mazi.
Thank you.